This module looks at the differences between a laptop or a desktop. Often if people are looking to purchase a computer, they do ask me which is the preferred choice. Well, there are a number of considerations. If we look at the traditional desktop computer that we chatted about in the earlier modules, a desktop computer, remember, when you're purchasing, you are getting more than that. You are getting a computer solution, and the solution includes a monitor, a keyboard and mouse, speakers often. It will come with the operating system. Then you want to purchase applications. You might also have a printer and scanner, or all built in. And then a modem will be provided often by your ISP or internet service provider, the person who is providing your internet access. If you were to purchase a laptop though, suddenly the number of items has significantly reduced. So on the surface, the laptop looks a far stronger solution. Let's look at each of the individual pros and cons. Let's start off with price. The price of a laptop is normally higher than the price of the computer solution. Even though the computer solution has a lot more bits to it, the laptop, to get a similar speed and similar size of memory, will often be more expensive. Then we have portability. Often the reason someone would choose a laptop is because they need to move the laptop around and it's not going to be in a fixed position. If you're going to be using it in a fixed place in the home, or you might be using a fixed place in the office, then often a desktop will give you far more flexibility and in terms of its expandability and good value for money. A laptop, though, allows you to use it anywhere around the house, be it on your lap, be it in bed, or be it just working at a traditional desk. Expandability. A desktop is designed to be expandable. In the back of a desktop, there are a lot of slots that you can do to add additional RAM, add an external hard drive. So expandability of a desktop is one of the advantages of it. A laptop, though, while it can be expanded, is a lot more specialist, and so often you would struggle to do it yourself, and the components to expand it are a lot more expensive. And it's part of that is because it's trying to do more in a more confined space. Maintenance. The advantage of a desktop solution is that if, for example, you have a problem with your monitor, you can just swap in and swap out a monitor. The same for the mouse, the keyboard, and even the components of a desktop itself. If something internally goes wrong, it's far quicker and easier just to swap it within the desktop. With a laptop, if one component goes, it can render the entire laptop useless. And therefore, to fix the laptop can also be a far more specialist skill. Size of screen. The desktop would normally come with a 17-inch or 19-inch monitor. A laptop, though, traditionally comes with a 13-inch screen. You can, of course, they do have ports on the back, and we'll talk about ports in a later section, which allows you to plug in larger monitors for a laptop. But nevertheless, initially, out of the box, you are limited to that 13-inch screen. So there are many pros and cons for whether you should purchase a laptop or a desktop. Ultimately, if portability is not your consideration and is always going to be in a fixed place, then traditionally the desktop is a good way to go. Now enjoy the other modules.